My name is Jenny Byrd, and I'm 27 years old. At exactly 7:17 p.m., I step into VIP room number 3 to take orders myself because we're overloaded. 42 guests on the floor, 5 tables waiting on entrees, and 1 server just called out. My father is seated in the center, and he makes a point of summoning me in front of 3 New York investors, ordering me to stand there like I'm the new hire. My mother sits beside him with a thin smirk. My brother keeps his eyes on the menu like he doesn't know my name. My father says it clearly, loud enough for the room to register it. Poor trash waiter. I don't react. I don't explain. I simply write down the order, nod once, and say, "I'll have someone else take care of this room." Then I walk out. Behind me, a small laugh slips between crystal glasses. One clean public humiliation, witnessed by exactly 7 people in a closed room. They don't know that tonight. There's something about me they've ignored for years. And what they find out next is going to flip everything upside down. But to understand how we got here, I need to go back to May 2019. May 18th, 2019, 2:30 p.m. DePaul Arena holds 847 of us in black robes. I stand in line, cap straight, waiting to hear my name called. The stadium seats 6,000. I scan the crowd for my family. Row M, seats 14, 15, 16. My father sits with his arms crossed. My mother checks her phone. Trevor, my older brother, stares at the program like it contains stock tips. No one waves, no one smiles. Jennifer Ann Byrd, Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, magna cum laude. I walk across the stage. Accept my diploma. The announcer's voice echoes through the speakers. I look up at row M again. Nothing. Not a hand raised, not a cheer. From section K, Amanda's section, 12 people stand and scream. Amanda's parents, her cousins, people I've known for 4 years who aren't related to me by blood. My family stays seated. I shake the dean's hand. Walk off stage. My GPA was 3.8, 4 years. $78,000 in tuition my parents paid, a number I'll hear many more times. I rejoin my row and sit down. Another name is called. Then another. I don't look at row M again. 4:45 p.m. Lot C. I wait at the designated meetup point for 40 minutes. My family arrives 38 minutes late. No apology. My father extends his hand. The handshake is firm, corporate, 2 seconds exactly. My mother gives me a half hug. Her shoulder touches mine, her arms don't close. Trevor says, "Congrats," without making eye contact. 0 photos. I know this because at Trevor's graduation in 2015, there were 23 photos. Dinner afterward at Gibson's Steakhouse. The bill was $640. I was 14. I remember the champagne glasses, the toasts, the way my father stood and talked about Trevor's future for 6 uninterrupted minutes. Today we stand in a parking lot that smells like asphalt and exhaust. "So," my father says, hands in his pockets. "What's next, Jennifer?" "I'm applying to Hilton's corporate training program. It's a management track." He looks at his watch. 4:47 p.m. The conversation has lasted 6 minutes. No one mentions dinner. No one suggests celebration. "We'll talk soon," my father says. "Come for dinner Saturday." Not tonight. Saturday. 5 days away. They get into their Mercedes GLE and drive toward Gold Coast, 4.3 miles north. I get into my 2012 Honda Civic and drive toward my studio apartment in Wicker Park, 4.3 miles west. Same distance. Opposite directions. I sit in my car for 11 minutes before I start the engine. The Hilton program starts July 15th. It requires relocation to their Virginia headquarters. The position pays $52,000 annually, but I need $25,000 up front. Security deposit for corporate housing, relocation costs, professional wardrobe, the first month before paychecks start. I've saved $3,400 from work-study jobs. I need to ask my family for help. Just this once. One time, $25,000. I'll pay it back over 3 years. I've done the math, $694 per month. Trevor is currently in his second year of MBA at Kellogg. Total cost, $145,000 over 2 years. My parents are paying all of it, plus $2,000 monthly for his apartment in Lincoln Park. This year alone, they're giving Trevor $96,500. I'm asking for $25,000 once. That night, I draft an email from jenny.byrd.1997@gmail.com to donald.byrd@birdcapital.com. Date, May 18, 2019, 11:20 p.m. Subject, post-graduation plans. Dad, thank you for coming today. It meant a lot. I wanted to discuss my post-grad plans with you. The Hilton Corporate Training Program accepted me. It's a direct management track with strong growth potential. I need to decide by June 1st. The position requires $25,000 in upfront costs, relocation, housing, setup. I've budgeted a repayment plan over 36 months at $694 per month. Can we discuss this week? Are you free Tuesday or Wednesday? Jenny, I hit send at 11:22 p.m. Read receipt, May 19th, 7:14 a.m. No reply. May 19th through May 24th. I apply to 14 other hospitality positions, hotel operations, event management, restaurant supervision. I check my email 47 times a day. I call the Hilton recruiter. I'm very interested. I just need to finalize some logistics. We need your answer by June 1st, she says. The cohort starts July 15th. 8 days, Ms. Byrd. 8 days to secure $25,000. I open Excel, create a budget spreadsheet, run scenarios, best case, worst case, bare minimum case. I keep coming back to the same number. My parents gave Trevor $24,000 this year just for rent. I'm asking for $25,000 total, one time, for my entire career. It's reasonable. It's small compared to what they've invested in Trevor. It has to be reasonable. Tuesday, May 21st, 3:47 p.m. My phone buzzes. From barbara.bird@gmail.com. Subject, Saturday dinner. Jennifer, 6:30 p.m. Don't be late. Mom. That's it. No, looking forward to seeing you. No, let's talk about your plans. Just the time. Just the command. I arrive at their Gold Coast house on Saturday at 6:15 p.m., 13 minutes early. There are 12 cars in the driveway. No one told me there would be 12 cars. 6:28 p.m. I walk through the front door wearing business casual, black slacks, white blouse, blazer. Everyone else is in cocktail attire. The dining room table seats 14. 12 people are already seated. My paternal grandparents, my Uncle Robert and Aunt Linda. 2 cousins I see twice a year, Trevor and his fiancée, Sarah. 4 people I don't immediately recognize, but who look important. My mother appears from the kitchen. Jennifer, you're here. Sit. Her voice is sing-song, performative. She doesn't explain why there are 12 people at what I thought was a family dinner. She doesn't introduce me to the strangers. She gestures to the only empty chair. Seat 14, the far end of the table, 13 feet from where my father sits at the head. I sit down. Smooth the napkin on my lap. My father is in seat 1, backlit by the chandelier. Between us, 11 people, 11 place settings, 11 crystal wine glasses catching light. My grandfather, my father's father, turns to me. So, Jenny, what are your plans now? The table goes quiet. 11 faces turn toward me. I open my mouth to answer. My father stands. He doesn't ask permission to speak, doesn't acknowledge that someone else was in the middle of a question. He just stands, and everyone stops. "I want to make an announcement," my father says. His voice fills the room the way it fills boardrooms. Donald Byrd, CEO and founder of Byrd Capital Management, 58 years old, net worth, north of $40 million. Trevor has been promoted to vice president at the firm, effective June 1st. Applause. 47 seconds of it. I count. Glasses clink. My Uncle Robert raises his wine. To Trevor, to the future of this family. Trevor smiles, modest, rehearsed. Sarah squeezes his hand. My father waits for silence. Then he looks at me. And Jennifer graduated last weekend. Hospitality. The word lands like a shoe dropping. Not Jennifer earned her degree in hospitality management with honors. Not Jennifer has been accepted to a corporate training program. Just hospitality. Flat, dismissive, like announcing a consolation prize. Someone coughs. Forks scrape plates. Trevor is building wealth, my father continues. Building legacy. Building the future of this family. Pause. Jennifer chose a different path. Hospitality. He says it again. The slight smirk is visible even from 13 feet away. My Uncle Robert clears his throat. Jenny, what exactly do you do with a hospitality degree? 12 pairs of eyes. My father sets down his fork, waiting. I take a breath. I've been accepted to Hilton's corporate management training program. It's a selective track. Only 30 candidates nationally. It's a direct path to operations management, potentially general manager within 5 years. Starting salary is $52,000. And the growth curve, my father cuts me off. Stop, Jennifer. The room freezes. We invested $78,000 in your education. 4 years. We're not investing more in waitressing. My mother sips her wine, says nothing. I try again. It's not waitressing, it's management. I have a repayment plan. 3 years, $694 a month. I've budgeted. You're asking for $25,000 to become a hotel manager? My father's voice is calm, deadly calm. Trevor is making $120,000, managing millions of dollars in capital. This is not a sound investment, Jennifer. We're not a charity. Trevor stares at his plate. Doesn't defend me. Doesn't say, Dad paid $145,000 for my MBA. Doesn't say, Dad gives me $2,000 a month for rent. He says nothing. My Aunt Linda shifts in her chair. My father leans back. We need to be realistic about ROI, return on investment. What's the ROI here, Jennifer? I feel my face heat. The ROI is a career. The ROI is you serving people drinks in a hotel lobby. Silence. One of the strangers, a man in his 60s, clears his throat uncomfortably. I try one more time. I explain the hospitality industry. $250 billion in annual U.S. revenue. Career trajectories. General managers earning 6 figures. Management pathways. My father lets me talk for 90 seconds. Then he cuts me off again. You're a waitress with a degree, Jennifer. That's all you'll ever be. His voice is louder now, making sure everyone hears. We invested in Trevor because he builds. He creates value. He generates wealth. You serve. You bring people food and drinks. That's not a career, that's servitude. My mother adds, voice light, almost playful. Sweetheart, we're being realistic. You need to think about return on investment. What can you really offer? Someone at the table, I don't see who, laughs softly. My father leans forward. Poor trash waiter with a degree. We paid $78,000 and this is what we get? Trevor builds wealth. You serve drinks. There's a difference, Jennifer. A significant difference. The words hit like thrown stones. Poor, trash, waiter, $78,000. Thrown in my face like a receipt for a bad purchase. My grandfather tries. Donald, that's a bit harsh. No, Dad. She needs to hear this. 7:12 p.m. 22 minutes since I sat down. 22 minutes of this. 12 witnesses. Not one of them defends me. I stand. I don't argue. I don't cry. I don't raise my voice. I fold my napkin. Place it beside my untouched plate. Thank you for your clarity, I say. I won't ask again. My mother's voice follows me. Don't be dramatic, Jennifer. We're helping you. We're being honest. You made your bed, or should I say, you made someone else's bed. Now lie in it. Laughter, small, scattered. But there. I walk 13 feet to the door. I don't look back. The door closes behind me at 7:14 p.m. I sit in my car for 11 minutes before I start the engine. At 7:22 p.m., my phone buzzes. Trevor. That was rough. You okay? I don't reply. I drive home. 43 minutes in traffic. 8:40 p.m. I unlock my studio apartment. $850 a month. Split with Amanda, my college roommate. 420 square feet. Amanda is on the couch. How'd it go? I tell her. 7 minutes. I don't cry. What are you going to do? She asks. I look at my laptop. At the Hilton email still open in my inbox. I have $3,400 saved. Rent is due June 1st. That's 7 days. I need income. I need it now. I'm going to prove them wrong, I say. I don't know how yet, but I will. At 1:42 a.m., I send an email from jenny.byrd.1997@gmail.com to recruiting@hilton.com. Date, May 25th, 2019, 1:42 a.m. Subject, Corporate Training Program. Offer. Thank you for the offer. Unfortunately, I need to decline due to financial constraints. If a scholarship or deferred payment option becomes available in the future, please keep me in mind. Best regards, Jennifer Byrd. I close my laptop. I have 7 days to find a job. On May 27th, I interview at Foster's Table, an upscale casual restaurant in West Loop. The owner, Martin Foster, asks me one question. Why hospitality? I look him in the eye. Because I'm good at it, and I love it. That's enough. He hires me on the spot. May 29th, 2019. First shift. Martin Foster is 63, a veteran chef who opened Foster's Table in 2004. The restaurant seats 70. Upscale casual. Average check, $65. You'll start as a server, he tells me. $14 an hour plus tips. 40 hours guaranteed. I train everyone the same way, from the ground up. If you're as good as you say, you won't stay at the bottom long. I take it. First paycheck, June 14th, $847 gross, $672 net after taxes. Rent is $850. I make it with $12 from my savings account and a $178 tip week. I learn table management, wine pairings, how to read a room, how to move between a 4-top celebrating an anniversary and a 2-top having an argument without carrying the energy from one to the other. Martin watches, doesn't micromanage, just watches. By week 3, he pulls me aside. You've got instincts. You read people. That's rare. By week 6, he starts teaching me back of house, lets me shadow the kitchen, shows me P&L statements, profit and loss, the financial heartbeat of a restaurant. Most servers never see this, he says. But if you want to do more than serve, you need to know the bones. I take notes in a $2 spiral notebook. Supplier costs, food cost percentages, labor ratios, overhead. 47 pages by the end of summer, August 15th, 2019, 3:47 p.m. My phone buzzes. From Mom Trevor's engagement party, Saturday, August 17th, 6 p.m. Family only. I stare at the message. Family only. I reply, I'm family. What time should I arrive? Read. No reply. August 16th, 11:20 a.m. My phone rings. My mother. Jennifer, we think it's best if you sit this one out. Tensions are still, you understand? No, I don't understand. It's just, Trevor's day should be about Trevor. We don't want any discomfort. I won't cause discomfort. I'll congratulate him and… Click. She hangs up. I'm not family anymore. I'm attention. August 17th, 6 p.m. I work a double shift at Foster's. 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. I make $340 in tips that day. Trevor's engagement party has 60 guests. The catering bill is $8,000. I see the photos on Instagram later. Sarah's account is public. There's a photo of the family. My parents, Trevor, Sarah, my grandparents, Uncle Robert, Aunt Linda. I count 9 people in the frame. I am not one of them. At 2:14 a.m., I send a text. Congratulations to Trevor and Sarah. Wishing you both happiness. Delivered. Read at 9:02 a.m. on August 18th. No reply. Fall 2019. I establish a pattern. On holidays, I send a text. Thanksgiving, November 28th. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're well. Christmas, December 25th. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a wonderful day with family. Response rate, 1 in 3. When my mother does reply, it's 2 words. You too. No, how are you? No, what have you been up to? No phone calls. 0 invitations to family events. I stop expecting them. I focus on work. On saving. I put away $200 to $400 every month. My emergency fund grows. By December 31st, 2019, I have $6,200 saved. 7 months. No contact except my outgoing texts. 0 apologies. 0 acknowledgement. On January 1st, 2020, I write something in my notebook and tape it to my bathroom mirror. By 2022, my own place. By 2025, my own business. I read it every morning. January 2020. Martin promotes me to senior server. $16 an hour. He also starts letting me help with scheduling, with inventory counts, with vendor calls. You want to own a place someday? He asks. Yes. Then you need to know the bones, not just the smile and serve part. I learn how to negotiate with suppliers, how to read a P&L and spot inefficiencies, why food cost should stay between 28% and 32%, how to schedule staff to avoid overtime but maintain service quality. This is unpaid education. Martin doesn't owe me this, but he teaches me anyway. My notebook grows. 47 pages, supplier contacts, cost breakdowns, kitchen flow diagrams. My savings grow. $7,800 by March 1st. And then, March 15th, 2020. 5:47 p.m. The Illinois governor announces a statewide lockdown. All restaurants close. Indefinitely. Foster's Table shuts its doors. I am unemployed. March 16th, 2020. I file for unemployment. Illinois maximum. $378 per week. My rent is $850. Utilities are $110. Monthly essentials, $960. Unemployment barely covers it. My savings become my lifeline. Week 1, $7,800 in savings. Week 4, $6,400. Week 8, $4,200. Week 12, $1,640. The math is nauseating. Amanda offers to cover my half of rent. Don't worry about it. You can pay me back later. I'm paying half, I tell her. I'm not a charity case. But the number keeps dropping. $1,640, $1,320, $940. At this rate, I have 18 weeks before I hit 0. June 1st, 2020. Savings, $940. Rent is due. I pay my half, $425. That leaves $515. I apply to 23 jobs, grocery stores, Delivery services, warehouses, anything. 2 callbacks. Instacart accepts me. I start June 8th. The pay is $18 an hour, but the hours are inconsistent. Some weeks I make $420. Some weeks I make $190. It's not enough. June 15th. Week 11. I sit on my bed and stare at my phone for 14 minutes. I think about calling my father. I think about typing. I need help. Just $1,000 to get through next month. I'll pay you back. I imagine his voice. We already invested $78,000 in you, Jennifer. We're not a bank. I don't dial. I'd rather starve. June 29th, 2020, 2:14 p.m. Unknown number. I answer. Jenny, it's Martin Foster. July 10th, 2020. Martin reopens Foster's table. Limited capacity, 35 seats instead of 70. Illinois allows 50% indoor dining. He calls me first. I'm bringing back a small team. I want you as assistant manager. $18 an hour, 35 hours guaranteed. Healthcare after 60 days. You in? I cry for 4 minutes. First time I've cried since the dinner. Yes, I'm in. July 13th. First shift back. It feels like breathing again. $18 per hour times 35 hours equals $630 per week. $2,520 per month after taxes. My savings stop hemorrhaging. September 10th. Healthcare kicks in. But more than that, Martin keeps teaching. July through December 2020. Martin trains me on everything. Supplier negotiations. Never accept the first quote. They expect you to counter. Inventory management. You need to know your par levels. Too much, you're wasting money. Too little, you're losing sales. Staff scheduling. You schedule for sales, not for comfort. Busy nights, you're tight. Slow nights, you're lean. P&L deep dives. This is your profit margin. This is where you're bleeding. Fix the bleed, you fix the business. Customer psychology. People don't just want good food, they want to feel seen. I absorb everything. My notebook. 104 pages by December. My savings. $3,800 by December 31st. Contact with family. 5 texts sent. 1 reply. Christmas Eve. I see an Instagram story from Sarah. Trevor's wife. Family photo. Gold Coast house. Christmas tree in the background. 9 people. My parents. Trevor. Sarah. Grandparents. Uncle Robert. Aunt Linda. 2 cousins. Not me. Not mentioned. I am a ghost. December 24th, 2020. 6:15 p.m. I close Instagram. Put my phone face down. Martin asks if I want to leave early for the holiday. No, I say. I'm good here. I work until close. January 14th, 2021. 10:40 p.m. Post shift. The restaurant is empty except for me and Martin. He pours 2 whiskeys. Jameson. Slides one across the bar to me. Tell me your 5-year plan, he says. I hesitate. I've never said it out loud to anyone except Amanda. I want to own a restaurant. I know that. Tell me the details. I talk for 18 minutes. I tell him about my concept. Fine casual, quality ingredients, accessible prices, neighborhood-focused, not stuffy, not pretentious. Just good. 40 to 50 seats. Entrees between $28 and $42. A place where people feel welcome, not judged. Martin listens. Doesn't interrupt. Doesn't tell me I'm naive. When I finish, he says, "You've thought about this." Every day since I was 19. He nods, stands, walks to his office, returns with a folder, slides it across the bar. Business plan template, restaurant edition, 47 pages. Start filling this out. We'll meet every Sunday at 3 p.m. in my office. Non-negotiable. I stare at the folder. Why? I ask. Because you've got something most people don't. You've got hunger. Not for food, for proof. January 17th, 2021 through May 23rd, 2021. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. Martin's office. We review the business plan section by section. Concept development, competitive analysis, financial projections, site selection criteria, supplier contacts, staffing models. Martin introduces me to his network, distributors, equipment vendors, landlords, other restaurateurs. He treats me like a peer, not an employee. By March, I have 34 pages completed. Concept name, The Birdie. Modern American. 40 to 50 seats. $28 to $42 entrees. Neighborhood focused. Locally sourced where possible. Projected startup cost, $125,000. Martin asks, "Have you told your family?" "No." "Why not?" "They don't get to be part of this." He nods, doesn't push. June 17th, 2021. Martin introduces me to Daniel Cho, angel investor. Small portfolio, hospitality-focused, 1-hour pitch meeting at a coffee shop in Logan Square. I present my concept, my financials, my differentiation strategy, my timeline. Daniel asks 24 questions. I answer 21 confidently. 3. I don't know the answer. I don't bullshit. I say, I don't know, I'll research that and get back to you by Friday. I email him the answers on Thursday. June 29th. Daniel emails me. From daniel.cho@choventures.com to jenny.byrd.1997@gmail.com. Date, June 29th, 2021, 2:14 p.m. Subject, investment offer. Jenny, I'm in. $40,000 for 20% equity. Let's talk terms this week. Daniel, I read the email 6 times. I secure an SBA loan in July, $85,000 at 6.5% interest. Total capital, $125,000. Timeline, lease by September. Build out September through November. Open November 2021, July 4th, 2021. I send a text to my family. Happy 4th of July, delivered. No reply. The same day, Daniel wires $40,000 into the business account. 2 families, 1 shows up. August through October, 2021. I give Martin 6 weeks' notice. Professional courtesy. He supports me fully. I'm going to miss you, he says. But you're ready. He sells me some of his equipment at cost. Walk-in cooler, prep tables, shelving units. Market value, $12,000. He charges me $8,400. Pay it forward someday, he says. I cry. Twice. Once when he sells me the equipment, once when he says, I'm proud of you. No one in my family has ever said that to me. October 30th, 2021. My last shift at Foster's table. Martin pours 2 more whiskeys. You're going to be great, he says. And when you are, don't forget, you were always great. They just couldn't see it. I don't trust my voice. I just nod. November 11th, 2021. 11:59 p.m. I stand alone in my empty restaurant. The Birdie, West Loop. 1,400 square feet. 40 tables, set with silverware and napkins. Lights dimmed. Tomorrow we open. I send a text. Happy Thanksgiving. To my parents. To Trevor. No reply. But for the first time, it doesn't matter. September 12th, 2021. 2 p.m. Landlord's office, West Loop. I sign a 3-year lease. $4,200 per month base rent plus utilities. 1,400 square feet. Corner unit. Full commercial kitchen. Patio option for spring/summer. Personal guarantee required. No corporate backing. My hand shakes when I sign the first page. Just the first page. By page 3, my hand is steady. The landlord, a man in his 50s named Ed Kowalski, looks at me over his glasses. This is a big commitment for someone your age. You sure about this? I know exactly what I'm signing. Lease term, 36 months, $4,200 per month equals $151,200 total. Security deposit, $8,400, 2 months up front. First month due at signing, total out the door today, $12,600. I write the check, it clears. I walk out with keys. I stand outside the unit for 8 minutes, just standing there, looking at the windows, the door, the space that's mine. I take a photo, don't post it anywhere, it's not for anyone else, just for me. September 15th through November 10th, 2021. 8 weeks. I act as general contractor with Martin's Guidance. I hire an electrician, a plumber, HVAC specialist, painters. I do some work myself, painting trim, assembling furniture, hanging art, Amanda's designs, custom made for the space, 14-hour days, 5 hours of sleep. I lose 11 pounds. I don't care. October 4th, 2021. An invoice arrives. Invoice number 4477, kitchen equipment installation. Total $18,400. Due October 15th, 2021. I pay it October 12th, 3 days early. Build credit, build relationships, build out budget, $62,000. Actual spend, $58,200. I come in $3,800 under budget. Equipment, $34,000. Furniture and fixtures, $12,800. Permits and licenses, $6,400. I save the $3,800 for contingency. October 29th, 2021. Health inspection. The inspector notes 3 minor corrections: hand washing signage, temperature log placement, grease trap documentation. I fix all 3 the same day. Reinspection November 2nd. Pass. Occupancy permit issued. 10 days to opening. October 2021. I need a team. I interview 47 people. I hire 8. 1 sous chef, Carlos, 34 years old, Michelin background, overqualified for a startup. I tell him the truth. I can't pay you what you're worth yet, but if we grow, you'll have equity options. Creative input. This isn't my kitchen, it's ours. He takes the job. 2 line cooks, 3 servers, including Amanda part-time, 1 bartender, 1 dishwasher. Starting wages: sous chef $22 per hour, line cooks $17 per hour, servers $12 per hour plus tips. Monthly payroll projection, $18,400. I pay myself $0 for the first 6 months. Training starts November 1st. 2 weeks. Unpaid for them, but I pay them out of pocket anyway. $4,200 total. It's the right thing to do. November 8th, 2021. I send 60 invitations to soft opening. Friends, industry contacts, suppliers, people who've supported me. 52 RSVP. Yes. 0 family invited. Not an oversight. A choice. November 12th, 2021. 5 p.m. Soft opening. 60 invited. 52 show up. First seating, 6 p.m. The kitchen is chaos. Expo station backs up. 1 appetizer comes back, over-salted. A dessert gets delayed 12 minutes. But 23 covers total. Revenue, $1,847. Average check, $80.30. Food cost, $628. That's 34%, too high. Labor, $440. Overhead, $220. Net, minus $3,200. A loss. Expected. Acceptable. 1 guest leaves a comment card. Exceptional flavors. Minor timing issues, but clear potential. Will return. I tape it to my office wall. November 25th, 2021. Thanksgiving. 9:14 a.m. I text my family. Happy Thanksgiving. Grateful for this year. Delivered. Read at 3:42 p.m. Reply from my mother. Happy Thanksgiving. 2 words. 401 days since the dinner. Still no real conversation. November 12th through December 12th, 2021. First 30 days. Average covers 18 per night on weekdays, 32 on weekends. Total revenue $28,400. Total expenses $34,200. Loss -$5,800. Cash reserves $125,000 to $119,200. I don't panic. I adjust. Menu pricing plus 8% across the board. Waste reduction, tighter portion control, better prep planning. Month 2 goal, break even. Yelp reviews start coming in. 12 reviews, average 4.2 stars. Repeat customers, 34. That's 8.3% of total covers. Goal for month 2, 15% repeat rate. December 24th, 2021, Christmas Eve. I keep the restaurant open. We serve 38 covers. Revenue, $2,640. My family posts an Instagram story. Trevor's house, 11 people. Catered dinner from Gibson's. I'm not mentioned. I'm in my kitchen, plating scallops, smiling. January and February 2022. Winter in Chicago. Brutal for restaurants. Foot traffic drops. People don't want to walk 4 blocks in 12-degree weather. I fight back. Prefix Valentine's menu, loyalty program. 10th meal free. Partnership with the theater 2 blocks away for pre-show menus. Weekday covers drop to 14. Weekend covers hold at 31. Cash tightens. I still don't take a salary. Carlos asks, do we need to cut hours? Not yet. We cut hours, we cut quality. Give me 8 more weeks. January 2022. Revenue, $22,100. Expenses, $28,600. Loss, -$6,500. February 2022 revenue, $26,800. Valentine's Day boost. Expenses, $27,200. Loss, -$400. Almost there. March 2022. Spring arrives early. The patio opens March 15th. Covers jump. Average 22 on weekdays, 41 on weekends. Revenue, $34,200. Expenses, $32,360. Profit, plus $1,840. First profitable month, 16 months after graduation, 10 months after the dinner. I walk into the walk-in cooler, close the door behind me, and I cry for 6 minutes, alone, in the cold. No one sees, no one knows. When I come out, my face is dry. I go back to the line. March 15th, 2022. I take my first salary, $800. Not a full wage, but something. I buy new work shoes. My old ones have holes in the soles. I text my family. Hope spring is treating you well. No reply. Summer 2022. The patio is full every Friday and Saturday night. Word of mouth grows. Yelp, 4.6 stars, 103 reviews. Google, 4.7 stars, 87 reviews. July 12th, 2022. A woman dines alone at table 7. She orders the tasting menu, takes notes between courses. I don't know who she is. September 8th, 2022. Time out. Chicago publishes a review, 4 stars. Hidden gem in West Loop. Chef Byrd's technique rivals downtown establishments at neighborhood prices. The birdie is proof that fine dining doesn't require pretension, just skill and soul. My phone explodes. Reservations spike 340% the next week. September revenue, $46,200. Best month yet. Profit, $4,100. I give staff bonuses, $200 each. First time I've been able to do that. September 15th, 2022. A man I don't recognize eats at table 11, sends compliments to the kitchen. I later learn he's a restaurant owner. His law firm employs Sarah, Trevor's wife. Sarah sees the Time Out review, shows Trevor. I don't know this yet. June 4th, 2022. Trevor marries Sarah. 180 guests. 4 seasons Chicago. Estimated cost, $85,000. My parents pay. I'm not invited. June 3rd, 8:47 p.m. I send a text. Congratulations to you and Sarah. Wishing you a beautiful day tomorrow. Delivered. Read June 4th, 7:02 a.m. Morning of the wedding. No reply. I work the lunch shift. 47 covers. Revenue, $3,180. Trevor's wedding has an Instagram hashtag Sarah and Trevor Forever. I see the photos later. The ceremony, the reception, the family photo. 9 people in the family portrait. I am 0% of the guest list. I am 0% of the family narrative. The last text I ever sent to Trevor. June 30th, 2022. First 5-figure revenue month, $51,200. Profit, $5,847. I pay myself a full salary for the first time, $3,600 per month. I start rebuilding savings. I don't tell anyone. March 2023. My landlord Ed approaches me. The unit next door is opening up, 600 square feet. I can add it to your lease for $1,800 a month. Interested? I run the numbers for 3 days. New total rent, $6,000 per month. Expansion build-out cost, $28,000. New capacity, 40 seats to 65 seats. Revenue potential, plus 60%. I negotiate. He agrees to a 5-year lease extension with favorable terms. I use cash flow and savings to fund the build-out. No new loans. May 1st, 2023. Expanded space opens, 65 seats. First night, 94 covers. Record. Revenue, $6,847. My family posts a Mother's Day brunch photo on Instagram that same day. 11 people, catered. I'm not invited, not mentioned, I'm too busy to notice. Monthly revenue average, $68,400. Annual revenue, $820,800. Monthly expenses average, $54,200. Annual profit, $170,400. My salary, $54,000. Finally reasonable. Staff grows from 8 to 14. Carlos becomes a partner. 5% equity. Yelp. 4.8 stars. 340 reviews. Reservations book 2 weeks out on weekends. December 31st, 2023. End of year review. I sit with Carlos in the office. We did $820,000, I say. First month was $28,000. That's 2,931% growth. Carlos laughs. That's not growth, that's a middle finger to everyone who doubted you. December 25th, 2023. I send my annual Christmas text. Merry Christmas. Read. No reply. I delete the message thread. Clean slate. October 15th, 2024. 9 a.m. Michelin Guide Chicago, 2025 releases. I'm in the kitchen prepping for lunch service. My phone starts buzzing. Doesn't stop. I check. 247 text messages, 89 missed calls, 1,200 plus Instagram notifications. I open the Michelin Guide app. Not starred, but recommended. One of 83 restaurants in Chicago. Huge honor. Press requests flood in. Interview requests. Reservation requests. Within 24 hours, we're booked 4 weeks out. Projected revenue increase, plus 40%, October 15th, 2024. I scroll through notifications. Congratulations from suppliers, customers, industry peers, Culinary school alumni I haven't talked to in years. Amanda, Martin, Carlos, staff, strangers. 0 messages from Donald, Barbara, Trevor. I notice. I don't text them. They don't deserve the news. November 8th, 2024. Chicago Tribune publishes a 4-star review and profile piece. Front page of the food section. Photo of me in the kitchen, focused, plating. Headline: From Server to Michelin. Recommended: Jenny Byrd's Quiet Revolution. The article is 1,847 words. It mentions that I'm self-funded, that I had mentorship from Martin Foster, that I overcame adversity. The writer asks about my family. I decline to discuss them. The article goes viral locally, 12,400 shares in the first week. November 12, 2024, 2:47 p.m. The restaurant phone rings. Our receptionist, Amanda, answers. Reservation request for party of 7, November 14th, 7 p.m., VIP room 3. Pause. Name: Donald Byrd. I'm 10 feet away. I hear it. I freeze for 4 seconds. Amanda looks at me. I nod. Accept it. November 14th, 2024, 6 a.m. I arrive at the restaurant. I'm always first. I pull up the reservation system. I stare at the screen for 90 seconds. I could cancel it, say we're overbooked, say there's a private event. I don't. I think, let them come, they'll see. I prep the kitchen, review staffing, confirm VIP room 3 setup, round table, 7 chairs. Tasting menu option, $95 per person, or a la carte. 3 p.m. I assign servers. Marcus will handle VIP room 3. Senior server. 4 years with me. I will not serve that room. But Dinner Rush might change that. Why my father chose the birdie. His assistant, Lisa, booked it via Open Table. My father needs an impressive location for 3 New York investors. They're considering a $15 million investment in Byrd Capital. He wants to impress them, show them Chicago, show them he has taste. Lisa reads the Chicago Tribune review, sees Michelin recommended, books it. She emails him the confirmation. From lisa.chen@birdcapital.com to donald.byrd@birdcapital.com. Date: November 12, 2024, 2:43 p.m. Subject: Dinner confirmation. Thursday. Donald booked the birdie for Thursday dinner with the NY clients. Michelin recommended. Tribune 4 stars. 7 p.m. confirmed. VIP room secured. Confirmation attached. Lisa. My father sees the website, sees J. Byrd owner. He thinks, similar last name. Probably a coincidence. He doesn't Google me, doesn't click through, doesn't investigate. Fatal mistake. November 14th, 6:42 p.m. My mother texts my father. From, Mom, do you know who owns this restaurant? From, Dad. Some chef. Why? From, Mom. The website says J. Byrd. From, Dad. Chicago has 40,000 birds, probably not related. 7 p.m. Exactly. A black SUV pulls up outside. 7 people exit. Donald, Barbara, Trevor, Sarah. 3 people I don't recognize. Suits, polished, New York energy. Amanda is working the host stand tonight. She sees my father's face. Recognizes him from the 2 photos I've shown her over the years. Poker face. Good evening. Welcome to the birdie. Right this way. She leads them to VIP room 3. 7:01 p.m. They're seated. Donald Byrd, 58. Barbara Byrd, 56. Trevor, 31. Sarah, 29. And the 3 investors, James Crawford, 52. Susan Chen, 47. Robert Martinez, 50. Average age at the table, 46.1 years. Combined net worth, approximately $340 million. Irony. I'm in the kitchen, 7:02 p.m. Amanda walks back to the kitchen, finds me at the expo station. Your family is here, VIP 3. I know. Marcus has it? Yes, but then we're fine. Then 15 p.m., Thursday night rush. 42 guests on the floor, 5 tables waiting on entrees. Kitchen is backed up. Carlos slipped on a wet mat earlier, lost 2 minutes on the line. Marcus is juggling 4 tables. Emma, one of our servers, called out sick an hour ago. We're 1 server short. I'm running expo, but I need to cover the floor. I grab an order pad. I'll take VIP 3 greeting. Marcus, you follow up on courses. Marcus looks at me. You sure? It's fine. Just a table. It's not just a table, I know that. I choose it anyway. 7:16:30 p.m. I walk toward VIP room 3. Black apron, chef coat over my shirt, hair back in a tight bun, spine straight. I put my hand on the door handle. I breathe once. I open the door. 7:17 p.m. I step inside. Warm lighting. Wine glasses already set. Bread basket just delivered. 7 faces turn toward me. My mother sees me first. Her eyes widen. My father looks up from the menu. Double take. Trevor freezes mid-sentence, fork halfway to his mouth. The 3 investors don't recognize me. They've never met me. I stand at the head of the table, professional smile. Good evening. Welcome to the Birdie. My name is Jenny. I'll be starting you off tonight. My mother whispers to my father. That's Jennifer. My father quiet to my mother. I see that. Then louder, to the table, performative. Everyone, this is our daughter. She works here. James Crawford, one of the investors, looks at me with polite interest. Oh, you know our server? My father leans back, smirks. Unfortunately, yes. My father leans back in his chair, eyes on me. This is a performance. He wants to show the investors he's relatable. He has family. He has dynamics. He's human. He gestures for me to step closer. Stand here, Jennifer. Tell the table. What do you do here? His tone is condescending, like he's testing a child on multiplication tables. I don't move closer. I take orders, and I ensure you have an excellent dining experience. My father laughs, small, controlled. See, gentlemen, this is my daughter. Graduated college. We paid $78,000 for her education, and this is where she ended up. Slight laugh, performative. James Crawford shifts in his seat, uncomfortable. I stand still, pen ready. What can I start you with this evening? I ignore his comment entirely. My father turns to James. Poor trash waiter. That's what she is. He says it clearly, loudly enough. We tried to help her, tried to steer her towards something better, but she chose this. My mother adds, voice light, almost playful. We paid for her education, and look, now she's serving our drinks. She smirks. Trevor doesn't look up. He studies the menu like it contains the secrets of the universe. He doesn't defend me. Silence from him is complicity. James Crawford doesn't laugh. Neither does Susan Chen. Robert Martinez takes a long sip of water. The air in the room tightens. 7:17:48 p.m. Poor trash waiter. We invested in her, and this is the ROI. My father, laughing. The investors don't join in. I feel my hand tighten on the pen. 1.4 seconds. Then I loosen my grip. I breathe. I look at my father, level, calm. I don't defend myself. I don't explain. I don't correct him. I say, voice even. I'll have someone else take care of this room. I nod once. I turn. 9 steps to the door. I don't look back. The door closes behind me at 7:18:04 p.m. Interaction duration, 82 seconds. Words I spoke, 23. Words my father spoke, 67. Behind the door, silence lasts 4 seconds. Then my mother's nervous laugh. James Crawford frowns. In the kitchen, Carlos sees my face. You good? Perfect. Send Marcus in with the wine list. I'm staying on Expo. I don't cry. I don't rage. I just plate the next dish, 7:18 p.m. to 7:50 p.m. Marcus serves VIP room 3. Amuse-bouche, appetizers, entrees, 2 bottles of wine, Burgundy, $140. Napa Cabernet, $180. Total wine, $320. The food is exceptional. My kitchen doesn't fail. The investors comment on the quality. My father tries to steer conversation back to business, back to the $15 million investment. But James Crawford is distracted. He noticed something. The woman my father just humiliated. Her chef coat said, chef/owner, not server. 7:48 p.m. James excuses himself. Restroom. He stands, walks out. He doesn't go to the restroom. He walks toward the kitchen. The kitchen has an open expo window, visible from the hallway. James walks past. He sees me. I'm plating a dish. Precision, focus, calling adjustments to the line. He sees my chef coat clearly. J. Byrd, chef/owner embroidered. He sees the staff defer to me. Listen to me. Move when I say move. He pulls out his phone. Googles. The Birdie Chicago owner. First result, the restaurant website. Founded by Jenny Byrd, 2021. Second result, Chicago Tribune article. From server to Michelin recommended, Jenny Byrd's Quiet Revolution. Third result, Michelin Guide. The Birdie recommended chef/owner, Jenny Byrd. 7:49:55 p.m. James mutters under his breath. No fucking way. He screenshots the Tribune article, returns to the table, sits down, waits 40 seconds, then he asks. James sets his fork down. Donald, who owns this place? My father, distracted, cutting his steak. No idea. Some chef who got lucky. Why? James pulls out his phone, opens the screenshot, shows it to the table. Says here, J. Byrd, owner. Any relation? Silence. My mother's wine glass freezes halfway to her lips. Trevor's eyes close briefly. My father's face, confusion, then realization, then pale. James continues, voice level. Because the woman you just called a poor trash waiter, she's wearing a chef coat that says chef/owner. And this restaurant just got Michelin recommended last month, 7:50:22 p.m. Silence. 8 seconds. An eternity. Susan Chen leans forward. Wait. Your daughter owns this restaurant? My father can't speak. Robert Martinez, the third investor, adds, the woman you publicly humiliated at our business dinner owns the restaurant we're eating at, which you chose to impress us. My father tries. We didn't. She never said. James cuts him off. Did you ask? Silence. Did you ask your daughter what she does? Did you Google the restaurant before you booked it? Did you look at the website that clearly says J. Byrd, owner? My father's mouth opens, closes. My mother tries. We didn't know she owned. Susan Chen, sharp. You didn't know your own daughter's career? Trevor stares at his plate. James stands. I'm going to speak with the owner. Excuse me. My father. James, wait. No. James walks out of VIP room 3, walks to the host stand, 7:52 p.m., 8 p.m. James approaches Amanda at the host stand. Can I speak with the owner, please? Amanda, professional. She's in the kitchen. Is there an issue with your meal? No. Opposite. I'd like to meet her. Amanda pages me over the headset. I come out. Black apron, chef coat, composed. I see James. I don't see the VIP room from where I stand, 40 feet away, around a corner. Good evening. I'm Jenny Byrd. How can I help you? James extends his hand. James Crawford. I'm dining in your private room tonight. With your family, apparently. I shake his hand. Firm. Brief. I see. Is everything satisfactory? More than. But I need to apologize on behalf of our table for what was said earlier. That was completely unacceptable. I keep my face neutral. I appreciate that. James continues. I'm a managing partner at Crawford Ventures. We invest in high-growth hospitality concepts. I'd like to discuss opportunities with you. May I have your card? I reach into my apron. Pull out a business card. Jenny Byrd, owner/chef, The Birdie. I hand it to him, happy to chat, though I should mention, I'm not currently seeking investors. We're profitable and expanding organically. James takes the card, studies it. But I'm always open to conversations, I add. Professional, calm, not desperate, not eager, in control. James smiles, takes a photo of the card with his phone. Can we discuss this now, at my table? I pause. Your table is VIP room 3, with my family. I know. I think they should hear this. I hesitate. 3 seconds. Then, all right. I walk with James back to VIP room 3. I open the door. 7 faces turn. My father stands. Involuntary defensive posture. My mother doesn't move, frozen. Trevor finally looks up. I enter. Stand beside James. I don't sit. I don't acknowledge my family directly. I wait. James addresses the table. Everyone, this is Jenny Byrd, owner and chef of The Birdie. Ms. Byrd, thank you for joining us. 8:03:40 p.m. My posture, spine straight, hands at my sides, face calm. My father's posture, fidgeting, red face, can't hold eye contact. Distance between us, 6 feet. Feels like 6 miles. James looks at my father. Your daughter built this? From scratch? In 3 years? James doesn't wait for an answer. Michelin recommended. Chicago Tribune 4 stars. Profitable, I assume? I nod. Correct. Self-funded? Small business loan and 1 angel investor. No family money. I look at my father when I say it. James turns to my father. That's more impressive than most portfolios I've seen. And you called her a poor trash waiter? Silence. I speak. Calm. Clear. I am a waiter. Sometimes, when we're short-staffed like tonight, I'm also the owner, the chef, HR, bookkeeper, and occasionally the janitor. It's called running a business. The room temperature drops 10 degrees. The investors' faces? Impressed. James, Susan, Robert. My family's faces, shame, shock. Defensive panic. 8:04 p.m. My father tries to recover. Jennifer, we didn't know you. I cut him off. You didn't ask. My voice is ice. You assumed. I take 1 step forward. In 5 years, you never once asked how I was doing, what I was building, if I needed anything. You assumed I failed, and tonight, you humiliated me in front of your clients to prove I'm beneath you. Pause. But the truth is, you're eating at my table, in my restaurant, that I built, without you. 8:05:20 p.m. 34 seconds of speaking, the longest 34 seconds of my father's life. I turn to leave. James stops me. Ms. Byrd, when can we schedule that conversation? Call my business line, Monday. I pull 2 more cards from my apron, hand 1 to Susan, 1 to Robert. Then I walk out. The door closes. Silence. 11 seconds. Susan Chen breaks it. Donald? What the hell was that? 8:05 p.m. to 8:40 p.m. The investors stop talking about business. They ask about me. How long has she been open? You really didn't know? Why didn't you support her? My father tries to deflect. Family matters are complicated. James leans back. No, this is simple. You wrote her off. She proved you wrong. Robert Martinez adds, voice measured. If you can't see value in your own daughter's success, how do you assess value in investments? Brutal. Accurate. 8:05 p.m. to 8:40 p.m., 35 minutes. The entrees go cold. My mother eats 3 bites total. Trevor is silent the entire time. My father attempts to steer back to business twice. Both times the investors redirect to me. 7 times total. 8:32 p.m. Susan asks Trevor directly, "Do you talk to your sister?" Trevor, quiet. "We haven't really kept in touch." Susan, "That's a shame. She's impressive." 8:42 p.m. Marcus brings the check. Black leather portfolio. Bill inside. Total, $890. 7 tasting menus at $95 each, $665. Wine, $320. Tax and service, $105. My father reaches for it. Habit. He always pays for client dinners. He opens the billfold. He freezes. He realizes he's paying his daughter's restaurant. This money goes to me. He stares at the bill for 6 seconds. Then he tries a subtle power move. He leans toward Marcus, whispers, but not quietly enough. "Is there any courtesy discount? Family?" Marcus, loud enough for the table to hear. "No, sir, we don't comp meals, but we appreciate your business." Marcus knows exactly what he's doing. I briefed the staff. Treat them like any other table, 0 special treatment. 8:44 p.m. My father pulls out his American Express black card, swipes it, tips 15%, $133.50. Not 20%, not 25%, 15%. Passive-aggressive. He could afford more. He chooses not to. Total, $1,023.50. My cut, as owner, after costs, approximately $380. Paid by the father who wouldn't give me $25,000 5 years ago. The receipt prints. My father signs it. His hand shakes slightly. James sees it, smirks. 8:47 p.m. The table stands. They walk through the dining room. 40 guests eating. Normal Thursday night. I'm not visible. I'm in the kitchen. Amanda is at the host stand. "Thank you for dining with us. Hope to see you again." My father doesn't respond. My mother forces a smile. Trevor nods. The investors pause. James leaves a business card with Amanda. "For Jenny. Follow up Monday." At the door, James turns to my father. "We'll be in touch about the investment, but I need to think about some things." Translation. The deal is in jeopardy. 8:47 p.m. They exit. Time in restaurant. 1 hour, 47 minutes. Total covers tonight, 47. Revenue, $6,200. Best Thursday this month. My father's SUV pulls away. Inside the car, my mother says, "That was humiliating." My father, "She humiliated us." Trevor, first words in an hour. "No, Dad, you did that yourself." 9:10 p.m. Dinner service ends. Staff debrief in the kitchen. We do this every night. Carlos asks me, "You okay?" "Yeah, I'm good." Amanda, "That was the most badass thing I've ever seen." I laugh. First genuine laugh in hours. "I didn't plan it, but I'll take it." Carlos grins. "They paid full price?" "Every cent. And they'll think about that every time they open their wallets." 9:10 p.m. 8 staff members present. Mood, celebratory. I finally sit, eat staff meal. First food since 11 a.m. 10 hours ago, I check my phone. 14 text messages. None from my family. 9:47 p.m. Unknown number. I answer. "Ms. Byrd? James Crawford. I wanted to follow up tonight. Do you have a moment?" November 16th, 2024, 6:42 a.m. 2 days after the dinner. Email notification. From donald.bird@birdcapital.com to jenny.bird.1997@gmail.com. Date, November 16th, 2024, 6:42 a.m. Subject, "Can we talk?" Jennifer, your mother and I would like to meet with you to discuss what happened Thursday. We think there's been a misunderstanding. We're free this weekend. Let us know. Dad, I read it at 8:15 p.m., 13 hours and 33 minutes later. I don't reply immediately. I think about it for 40 minutes. Then I type. From jenny.byrd.1997@gmail.com to donald.bird@birdcapital.com. Date: November 16th, 2024, 8:15 p.m. Subject: Can we talk? I'm available. Tuesday, November 28th, 11 a.m. Starbucks on Randolph. 20 minutes. Let me know if that works. Jenny. Not Dad. No warmth. Terms dictated by me. Location: public, neutral. Duration: preset limit. 20 minutes. November 17th, 7:04 a.m. His reply: we can do that. See you then. 11 days to wait. 11 days for them to think about what they did. I don't think about it. I work, I live, I build. November 16th through November 27th, my life continues. November 18th, meeting with James Crawford. Crawford Ventures. Serious investment interest. I decline. I want to stay independent. November 23rd, Thanksgiving. I work, 72 covers. Revenue, $8,400. My family has traditional Thanksgiving dinner at Gold Coast. I'm not invited. I don't care. November 25th, 11:58 p.m. Trevor texts me. Can we talk before you meet Dad? First direct text from him in 931 days. I reply at 11:59 p.m. No. You had 5 years. You chose silence. I'll talk to Dad Tuesday. Alone. November 28th, 10:47 a.m. I arrive at Starbucks 13 minutes early. I order black coffee. I sit facing the door. I wait. 11 a.m. Exactly. My father walks in, followed by my mother. I expected him alone. I'm surprised she's here. They order. My father, latte. My mother, chai. They sit across from me. Small table, public space, 14 other customers in the Starbucks. My father starts. Jennifer, we want to apologize. I raise my hand. Stop. Let me talk first. I set my phone on the table. Timer app, visible. You have 20 minutes. I'm using 10 of them. You'll use the other 10. Then I'm leaving. Understood? 11:02 a.m. 2 minutes late due to their ordering. I start the timer. 2000. Countdown visible. My father nods. I begin. 5 years, 7 months, and 10 days ago, you told me I was a poor trash waiter with a degree. I list the timeline. May 24th, 2019. The dinner. Denied $25,000. Public humiliation in front of 12 family members. Summer 2019. Unemployed. Survived on $14 per hour. COVID. Nearly broke. Savings down to $940. Considered calling you. Didn't. Built a restaurant with $125,000. None from you. Profitable in 10 months. Michelin recommended. Projected revenue, $1.2 million. I state every number, every date, every fact, no emotion, just data. I sent 24 texts over 5 years. I got 9 replies, 0 phone calls, 0 visits, 0, how are you? Timer. 6:14 remaining. You wrote me off. You humiliated me publicly, twice. Once at your dining table, once at mine. My father tries to interrupt. Jennifer. I'm not done. Timer. 5:47. You had 5 years to see me as more than a disappointment. You saw me that night at my restaurant. You could have asked who I was, what I did. You chose to humiliate me instead, in front of your clients. Timer. 4:20. Now, your 10 minutes. I want to hear why you think this is a misunderstanding. I reset the timer. 10 o'clock. Press start. My father exhales. My father talks. We thought hospitality was a dead end. We were protecting you from disappointment. We invested in Trevor because finance has more stability, more succeed? I cut him off. You didn't think I could. That's the truth. You saw me as a bad investment. A loss. Timer. 7:18. My mother tries. We're your parents. We love you. You have a strange way of showing it. My father continues. 6 minutes and 40 seconds of justifications. I'm sorry, is said once. But we thought, is said 7 times. Justifications to apologies, 7-to-1 ratio. Timer, 3:20. I stand. I'm not interested in excuses. Here's what I need. I list 4 conditions. 1. A genuine apology, not, I'm sorry you felt that way. Actual ownership of what you said and did. 2. Respect for my career. No more comments. No comparisons to Trevor. No dismissiveness. 3. Time. I'm not ready for family dinners or holidays. Maybe coffee once a month? Maybe. 4. Boundaries. You don't get to comment on my business, my life, or my choices. You lost that privilege. 90 seconds to deliver all 4. If you can't do these things, we stay where we've been. Holiday text messages, your choice. I pick up my coffee cup. I don't need your money. I don't need your approval. But if you want any relationship with me, earn it. Actions, not words. The timer alarm sounds. 00:00. I silence it. My father looks at me. Face pale. Wait, you're right. I'm sorry. Truly. I pick up my bag. We'll see. Actions, not words. You have my number. 11:23 a.m. I walk out, December 2024 through May 2025. My father and I meet for coffee 4 times. December 15th, January 20th, February 28th, April 10th. The conversations are awkward, surface level, but present. He asks about the restaurant. I answer briefly. Professional. My mother joins twice. The 3rd and 4th meetings. Trevor reaches out separately in January. I'm sorry for the silence. Can we rebuild? Slowly? I reply. Maybe. Slowly. February 28th. 3rd coffee meeting. My father says, I read the Tribune article 3 times. I'm proud of you. I say thank you. I don't say, I forgive you. Not yet. April 25th, 2025. I send an email from jenny.byrd.1997@gmail.com to donald.byrd@byrdcapital.com. CC barbara.byrd@gmail.com, trevor.byrd@byrdcapital.com. Date, April 25th, 2025, 9:14 a.m. Subject, Invitation. You're invited to the soft opening of the Birdie West, our 2nd location, on May 10th, 6:30 p.m. Table 14. Please RSVP by May 1st. Jenny formal. Polite. Not warm, not cold, neutral. First invitation I've sent them in 6 years. They accept. May 10th, 2025, 6:30 p.m. The Birdie West, Wicker Park, 85 seats. Build-out cost, $240,000. Funded entirely by profits from the original location. No loans. 120 people invited. 98 RSVP. Yes. Family invited. Donald, Barbara, Trevor, Sarah. Assigned seating. Table 14. Back corner. Not VIP. Not hidden. Just normal guests. 6:42 p.m. They arrive, 12 minutes late. Again. Table 14 is a 6-seat table, 4 occupied, 2 empty. Intentional, leaves space, doesn't force intimacy. 7 p.m., I do an owner walk around, greeting tables, thanking guests. I approach table 14 last. I stand at the table, look at my father. Thank you for coming. He nods. Of course, this is incredible, Jennifer. I nod once. Enjoy your meal. I move on. They order, they eat. The food is exceptional. Carlos is running the kitchen at the original location tonight. I'm running this one. Conversation at table 14. Quiet. Tentative. My mother compliments the space. Trevor asks about expansion plans. I answer. Brief. Professional. My father is mostly silent. But I see him watching me move through the room. Greet guests. Command the space. He sees me differently now. Finally. 7:34 p.m. I pass by table 14 mid-service. My father says, Jennifer. I stop. This is incredible, really. Thank you. Pause. Enjoy your meal. I move on. I don't linger. Not ready for more. 10:30 p.m. Soft opening ends. Staff cleans. I sit alone at table 14, where my family sat. Amanda joins me. Amanda, how you feeling? Strange. Good strange. I think about it. 6 years ago, I was uninvited from Trevor's engagement party. Tonight, they came to my event. Not healed, not fixed, but present. They stayed for 90 minutes, I say. They didn't ask to meet the staff. They didn't ask for a tour. They didn't take photos for Instagram. Amanda listens. But they stayed. And sometimes, that's enough. Revenue from tonight, $8,400, 98 covers, success metrics, excellent, family metrics, uncertain, my peace, growing, 10:47 p.m. My phone buzzes. Text from my father. Thank you for inviting us. The food was exceptional. You've built something remarkable. Proud of you. Dad. I read it. I don't reply immediately. I save it. Maybe I'll respond tomorrow. Maybe. June 2025. My life now. 2 profitable locations. 28 staff. Projected revenue. $2.1 million for 2025. James Crawford still emails occasionally. Still interested in investment. I still say no. I want to build this my way. Family. Coffee once a month with my father. Occasionally my mother joins. Trevor and I are rebuilding. Slowly, carefully, boundaries are firm. Healing is slow, but it's healing. One night I close the original Birdie location alone. I stand in the empty dining room, lights dimmed, chairs on tables. I think about the dinner. May 24th, 2019. Poor trash waiter. I think about VIP room 3. November 14th, 2024. Poor trash waiter. Same words, different contexts. They said I'd be nothing. I didn't prove them wrong. I proved me right. That's better. I still send holiday texts. Sometimes they reply. Sometimes we even meet for coffee. It's not perfect. It's not a fairy tale, but it's mine, and that's enough.